I know the last two videos have been on the cost of living. My breathing isn't so great at the moment, but my F&D kind of does this every once in a while. It's fine. With everything that's been going on the last 2 years, with the economy crisis and the cost of living going up, and everyone and people's mental health, people having issues with their mental health and other health issues happening, and all down to stress and things like that, with finances up in the air, people putting themselves in debt, you know, things like that, because everything is so much higher than the living wage right now. There is help out there for people, which a lot of people don't understand about. Here in England, we know about universal credits. It's plugged everywhere. We're all, it's pretty much shoved in our faces that universal credits can help us. What we're not taught and what we're not told about is that if we go onto the government websites and find other support in housing, and if you call your local governments, call your local whatevers, they will actually tell you about other supports that you can get with help with housing costs, other monetary supports, and like I said, go onto your actual government website and type into a search website, what help can I get, what am I eligible for, and it will shove you straight into an actual website where it will tell you, and you will fill out a form online through the government, and it will tell you, and it will list all of the things that you could be eligible for to help you get through. And it's weird, and people think, oh my god, it's no point filling out these forms because I'll never be able to get help with anything because I earn too much, or I work too much, or I do this too much. But if you don't try, you don't know. And you know, there's, within the local council estates, if you actually live on a council estate, you have housing managers. Find yours. Find your actual housing manager on your local council estate if you live on one. Talk to them, because I can guarantee they can tell you far more than your council will, far more than the government will ever tell you, far more than any website will tell you. They will go through everything, and they will tell you things that they don't really want you to know, because they know everything that happens in the government. They will tell you what you are eligible for, what you're not eligible for, and they will tell you how to get it, and they will even help you fill in the forms in such a way that you can guarantee getting the help you need. And not only that, they can push you in a direction that you never even considered going in, because they know all the tricks of the trade. You know, I know that not everyone lives on housing estate, like council estates, but like I said, if you go onto your government websites, I don't know how it works in other countries, but here in England, there is more than just universal credits out there. Universal credit is not the be-all and end-all of the whole world. Universal credit is helpful, it's useful, it can help, but it's not all there is out there. You can get help with housing. I mean, I was looking it all up the last few days. If I fill it all out, I get help with like I can fill out a PIP form, I can fill out all sorts of different medical forms because of my health conditions, and I can fill out a carer's form because my son's autistic and I'm his sole carer. I can do things like that. And because I live on a council estate, I can get housing and council tax benefits, But that's me if I fill it out, But you'd go on to them, look it all up yourself, actually look around, and don't be afraid to ask the question. Put your local council on the spot, because they're not going to just tell you what you can get and what you can't get, because they don't want to tell you, because they're not going to just hand out money if they don't have to, because they're stingy and we all know what they're like. Government doesn't like handing money to anybody. The cost of living payments that are coming, they start in spring of this year. The first cost of living payment starts in spring of this year. I haven't got an exact date because they didn't give me one, but I do know the first one starts in spring. You get another one in summer and then another one in autumn. They're the ones for this year. And I know that if you're on disability, you get a further one as well, somewhere in the middle of summer as well. So yeah, there are 4 payments if you're on disability. If you're not, you get 3 payments. But the first one starts in spring if you're eligible. Of course, anyone on tax credits, anybody on universal benefits, anyone on a very low income, they are all eligible. And if you got them last time, I'm assuming you'll get them this time. Yeah. So don't be afraid to either contact your local council, ask the very difficult question, what am I eligible for? Help me, I need help with finances. Where do I go? What do I need to do? If you live on a council estate, talk to your local housing manager, because they will give you the ins and outs of everything. They will help you fill in all the forms. They will give you everything you need, and they will be able to do it in such a way that they would guarantee that you will get the help you need, because they're brilliant. I love them. I like my local housing managers. They're brilliant, fantastic people. And if you don't want to do all that, or if you don't live on a council estate, or if you're afraid of talking to them, and if you don't want to make the phone calls, go to the local council websites, the gov.com, gov.org.uk, I think it is anyway, or just type in what financial aid am I eligible for, and it will come up with the government website, and you fill out a form online and it will list all the things that you can get, and you just fill out the forms one by one and go from there. It's not much, and it seems weird to say it, but with everything that's happened in the last 2 years, so much has happened, so much stress, so much financial difficulties that causes so many issues for people. It's putting people in debt, it's causing homelessness, it's causing mental health issues, it's causing families so many problems, and people in general so many problems, that if you can get the help you need to make that a little less stressful, take a little less pressure off you and your families, it's always worth a try. Always worth it. Don't be afraid to reach out and get that help. And don't be afraid to reach out and get that financial help if you are eligible for it, and pretty much everybody on this fucking is eligible for financial help. Absolutely guaranteed that somewhere along the line you are eligible for some financial help somewhere. Don't be afraid to go find it. Don't be afraid to look for it. Okay? And there is multiple ways that you can go and look for it. Talk to people. Go to your government websites. Talk to your local council. And don't be afraid to go to your housing manager, because they know things that they won't even tell you at your local council. They know how to get round the local council. All right? I really hope you have a good day, and I hope the rest of the year goes well. Bye.